Oh!
Alright, if you're any amount of a normal person, you're looking at what you just saw thinking, what the hell did I just watch? Just as I was the first time I saw this video. And for a little bit of context, what you just saw was a man, a middle-aged man, in his, I don't know how old he is, but decided to have a little bit of fun at the aquarium and the Bass Pro Shops by jumping in butt-ass naked. Now, why did he do this? I'm not completely sure. So let's watch a little bit more and find out maybe if there's any reasons why. So from that clip I just showed you, you can see two police officers, it seems, to be walking up some stairs that lead to the top of the aquarium, which is just completely open. Anyone could fall in if they really wanted to because there's nothing really blocking it off. So if I was like methed out or like a crackhead, my first instinct would also be to jump in butt ass naked. I'm not sure about you, but that's what I would do because that just sounds like a great time. I don't know about you, but if I was an Olympic judge, I would give him a 10 out of 10. That looked like a perfect pike dive to me, and I don't think I have ever seen a better one than that. If you just look at the form and the technique and the amount of time and practice he's put into that dive, you would understand what I'm talking about. Also, just a warning, this next part has a dude pressing his meat up against glass. It will be blurred, but just a warning.
What a moron. That's usually not what you want to tell Popo.
So yeah, it's not every day you see a dude butt naked pressing his stuff up against a glass. It's just good that there doesn't appear to be any children in the area, but it is said that he was doing this for about 5 minutes before the police showed up. So hopefully there wasn't anyone that had to be exposed to that before the police arrived at that point.
Oh, shit. Oh! Yeah, that hurt. Dumbass.
Yeah, that hurt. You could tell by the way he kind of just sits there for a little bit that that hurt real bad. He easily jumped from like 10 feet up, and it's not like he had like shoes or something on to catch his fall, and he was covered in water, so he was definitely slipping and busting his ass. Uh, yeah, that looked painful as hell.
Yeah, I figured he did not have much fight in him after that. Now what you gonna do with him? Well, he's wet. He ought to be able to slide across this floor pretty good. So by the feet or by the hair? It does not really.
Yeah, he's not doing very much of anything after that fall. I'm sure he's fine now, but he was not fine then. Uh, I just want to know why there's a cop pointing a taser at him. I'm sure it's just like procedure or something, but like, I'm pretty sure if he got tased while completely soaked in water, that would not turn out very good for the person on the receiving end. And I just really want to ask this officer how awkward it was to handcuff that guy because like he's surrounded by water. So if he takes one wrong step and slips, he's just laying on top of some naked dude. Like, how weird is that? All right. So after seeing this video, my first instinct was to look up and see if I could find any more information about it, and I did. And it looks like after he was taken into custody, he was brought to the local hospital. And while in the backseat of the car, I'm assuming like kicking or something or naked shenanigans, he damaged the back seat of the car. And it looks like he was charged with public lewdness, obviously, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, which I didn't see very much resistance on his part after he fell 10 feet onto the hard floor, assault on police, which I'm assuming was purely visual because it didn't look like he did much of anything after falling once again 10 feet onto the floor. 2 counts of criminal mischief and 2 counts of reckless endangerment, which I guess he was endangering himself, so that kind of makes sense. And if you thought this is where the story ends, you'd actually be incorrect because I'm not sure how real this is, but I found a video that was supposedly his wife responding to this. and she has a few interesting points of topic to talk about.
Today we took the kids to Bass Pro Shops so they could get their picture made with January 6th Santa. And while we were there, my husband decided to get into the swimming pool. And it is a swimming pool. Aquariums have tops on them. If you don't want us to get in it, you put a top on it, or else it's a swimming pool.
Yeah, that's not a swimming pool.
Apparently somebody took a video of it and put it online, and I have been seeing some nasty comments. And I just have to say, if you're at Bass Pro Shop and you see a grown man take off all his clothes and get butt ass naked in the swimming pool, you need to mind your business. If you're looking at his penis, you're a pervert, and you should be looking at God's penis, because yes, God is a man, and yes, he does eat meat.
I don't think I've ever agreed more on something, you know? If you see a grown man in his 40s getting in a public aquarium in a store that can have any age of people in it, and you're looking at him, you're just a pervert. You could be looking at God's penis instead of his, you know what I mean? And I'm not sure what she was on about God eating meat, but I think she might have just felt like throwing that in there or something. Or she might not have been talking about like the food meat, but who am I to judge?
In our house, we like to say he might not have the biggest part, but he does have the biggest heart.
I know I can't be the only one that thinks that she delivered that line perfectly, because if I would have heard that before I graduated, that would have been my senior quote 100%.
His earthly penis might be small, but his spiritual penis, the one he'll have when he gets to heaven, is massive. And it's always inside.
This has given me the same feelings as the people that are like from like 5'10" to 5'11", saying they're 6 foot, or rounding up a few inches for all of your heights. And I'm all for it, you know? My spiritual penis is about 12 inches long, and I personally don't think I could be happier with that. Alright, if you just enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I also have a Reddit page, which I'm going to link down below, and feel free to send me weird clips and stuff that you want me to look at and make another video on, or just stuff you want me to read, or come say hi, whatever you feel like doing. Anyways, have a good night.
So what you want?